sometimes when you practice like a daily practice, after a while it becomes like a routine thing that just like slips in. And it's not that much like sometimes I lose that feeling that I have in the beginning, like a very connected feeling to the practice behind, whether it's meditation or a morning routine. After a while, it's difficult to still keep it connected to the, well, I call it higher concentration force, like as said in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. If you understand my question.
Yeah, totally. I think this is the problem, not just in spiritual practice, but it's the problem in life as well. It's like how to not, I would say it the opposite way, so how to not go into those seeking patterns, which is like a removal. It's like not really being in what you're doing. It's like a removal, being in this seeking. It's like you've got a defense barrier up. Like in a way, that's what seeking is. And the seeking is like an energy that's never really contented being here. But it's not a conscious thing. It's like an energy of always trying to zone out and escape what's actually happening. And so that it's not just in spiritual practice that's happening. That's what happens in life. So it's actually a fascinating process if you can stay conscious of it. So you start this practice, and this practice has lots of hope in it and has lots of excitement into it. It gives you new feelings. So say if you're doing yoga and you have all this excitement and hope in it, and then as it becomes regular day in, day out activity, then that begins to fade. It's no longer new anymore. I mean, this is often why people jump around lovers. Like they have many different lovers, because in falling in love, the seeking stops, and then there is a reduced amount of seeking because you're in love and you're like, oh wow, this is everything I ever wanted. And then you're not looking for something else. You're feeling very alive in that moment and very fresh. And then as you become used to that person, then you begin to get into the daily activity. You get annoyances, you get issues, your patterns come up, things you don't like about yourself, things you don't like about them. And it's exactly the same with your practice. So it's really fascinating to see the steps in that, like what comes up in the mind. Like what might be happening, just for an example, is that an unconscious story might be arising, like this is hopeless, or this is pointless, or this isn't doing anything for me. And then that creates seeking. So then you're not conscious of it, but it creates avoidance of what's happening, because there is an emotional hurt in that, like it's taking away love from you. Again, that's not conscious, but that's the unconscious thought processes. Like this is taking love from me, and it's not true. So this is the age-old question. It's like how to see God in everything, in the difficulties, in the boring, in the cleaning out the toilet. Like I don't use I think there's a lot of people don't use chemicals now in cleaning, and it means I have to just clean my toilet in a really disgusting way. Really don't like doing it, but it's like seeing God in that, because God is in that. As I stick my hand down the loo and have to like scrape off the pee particles that are stuck to the chalk, it's like that is God too, as much as being at the shrine or being in front of a divine teacher. That is God. Picking up the dog poo. I have a dog and we have to pick up dog poo. I'm not sure where you are, but in mainland Europe, a lot of places you have to pick up dog poo in public places. It's in answering the emails every day, in doing the paperwork, in being in relation with people that have very closed minds, in all the things that are difficult. And so what I'm suggesting to you is not that you should be different in any way or that you need to change anything. It's just observation, like this is interesting. So I'm beginning to zone out here. And what is the process in this? What am I feeling? What am I avoiding here? That's where the juice is at. The juice isn't as is in like having a blissful experience. The juice is in like, this is interesting.
And I guess that's where it gets very subtle.
Yeah, it's super subtle, yeah. Like, what am I feeling in my body now? Like, what is my body subconsciously or unconsciously saying to me?
Well, thank you, Lisa.
A pleasure. Really lovely speaking with you. Yeah. Yeah. And thank you for your silence.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, nice. Thanks. Bye.
Have a good day.